Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Emily Freybler. So today's video, as you can see by the title, is how I have been slowly bringing back the texture of my hair, how I've been doing somewhat the curly girl method and getting my wavy texture back. So today I'm going to be sharing with you a wash day. So everything I do when it comes to washing my hair and everything, this is day 5 hair, so it definitely needs a wash, and it's been in like a bun or something like that the last few days. So let's go ahead and get started with all the products. I'm going to share mask, shampoo, conditioner, all the styling products. This is very, very minimal, and that's how I like it. So let's go ahead and get started. So first thing I want to talk about is, if you haven't heard of the curly girl method, it's basically they stay away from sulfate, silicones, heat on your hair, all this different stuff. I have used a little bit of heat in the last few months since I've been doing this. I started it back in August, I believe, the beginning of August. And I think I've used heat, like actually styling wise, once, which is this is two once, which is pretty crazy for me, especially I used to use heat at least once a week. And the more my hair has gotten wavy slash curly, the more I've embraced it. Because to be honest, I was making my hair look somewhat similar to this style anyway. The front pieces aren't as good as the rest of it, I guess, the back of my hair, but I think it's just going to take time. And so anyway, let's do a little bit of background on my hair and then we can get into the products. So when I was younger, I had very straight hair when I was like young. And then when I hit puberty, I definitely got a lot more texture to my hair. I used to have like these little, I used to call them my little lion mane areas, because literally it was super curly all along my hairline here, and then underneath it was curly as well. And so that would like stick out. If I can find an old picture, I will share with you guys what my hair looked like around that time. So my hair was like that for a while, and to be honest, I didn't know exactly how to style it naturally. I would use some mousses and gels and stuff like that, but nothing that is close to how good this method came about. So I heard Cotton Stem or Erin on Instagram talking about the curly girl method and how she was trying to do the same thing, kind of revive her curls and embrace them and stuff like that. So I personally didn't know about it, which was kind of crazy to me because two of my cousins have like super, super, super curly hair. And anyway, they know all about this stuff. I did a deep dive, as I do, and started researching like crazy, which is one of my favorite things when it comes to beauty products, hair, makeup, skin, everything like that. If there's a topic that I don't know a lot about and I'm really interested, I just watch so many YouTube videos, Google things, do all that stuff. So I went on a deep dive and found out so many different like techniques and products and everything to use. And I said, you know what? We're going to revive this hair. So my hair is color treated. I just recently dyed it back brown, but it was bleached before that. Not super light or anything. So it's not too damaged, but it definitely is color treated. So I definitely still use heat on my hair. I still use like a diffuser, but not anywhere near the amount of heat that I was using before. And I have trimmed my hair a little bit since I started. So now I'm going to insert some pictures of how my hair was when I first started the curly girl method, or this kind of way of doing things. My hair was so flat, you guys, so limp. And before, when I started this, like honestly, I could air dry it and just brush through it and stuff, and it was decently straight, which is crazy to me because I haven't tried that now, but like the back of it, you'll see once I'm done, it gets pretty wavy, curly. I don't really know exactly my like curl pattern. You can look it up. It's like 2B maybe, or 2C or 2A. I don't know, something like that in the wavy section. I'm definitely not in the curly section. So anyway, my hair has progressed so much. So I have pictures from August, from September, and then like my most recent wash day. The thing that I don't love about the hair right now so far is the front pieces, but it's only been a few months. So it definitely will take time for them to keep going. So let me share what I use on my hair. Especially when I was first starting out, my hair was very hard to brush through in the shower. I usually pretty much exclusively brush my hair, and I have been for years now with a wet brush, but I used to brush it dry a lot more often. Now I try and just brush it in the shower while I'm detangling so that it doesn't get broken and stuff, because you know your hair will get very tangled and knotty and stuff, especially if you wait as long to wash your hair as I do. Like I said, this is day 5 hair. It was really hard for me to detangle in the beginning, and like especially finger detangling and stuff like that, because I was using the wrong conditioner. Let me show you. So for my hair type, this Maui Moisture for thick curly hair literally does not work at all. It's too thin of a consistency, doesn't give enough slip, and it literally just doesn't work for my hair. I've only used this like 3 times maybe. I had to use so much conditioner, which you will use a lot of conditioner, but it was just bad. I highly recommend, if you are starting to get into this, definitely use some hair masks. I mean, I still use hair masks to this day, but it's definitely going to help in the beginning. My favorite one that I use the most is the Manuka Honey and Mafura Oil Intensive Hydration Hair Mask from Shea Moisture. I use a lot of Shea Moisture products. They just seem to work pretty well. I used, like at the beginning of this, I was using some Cantu products. They just didn't work as well as like this core that I've been using lately. So love this. This is what it looks like. I'm not going to use this today because I like to let this sit for like 30 minutes. And then this one is also great to get more protein in your hair because you want a balance of moisture and protein. And this is the Shea Moisture Manuka Honey and Yogurt Hydrate and Repair Protein Power Treatment. This is another one that I also recommend. And so these are the 2 that I like to use and recommend, and I would recommend doing that, I don't know, honestly, really often, because it helps the hair really well. Also, okay, sorry, I feel like I can't use my words sometimes. Also, I will link a site if you are wanting to be like super strict with curly girl and know what products have sulfates and silicones and all that kind of stuff in it. There's a site that you can literally like search all these different products and find ones that are, you know, good for your hair and sulfate free, silicone free, all that kind of stuff. So all the products that I'm using are like more drugstore products. They're very affordable. So I didn't want to like invest in products that I don't know, that were in this method if I wasn't going to stick to it. So I decided to start lower end, which I mean is kind of common for me anyway. I guess I'll just go through my routine now because I'm not going to use those masks today, like I said. So this is not a wet brush. I mean, it's the same concept as the brand, the wet brush. But this actually came with this hair care towel that I'll talk about in a little bit. It's called the Perfect Hair Care Towel, and it comes with a brush. So I use this in the shower. So let's go ahead and get this wash going. I gotta take down this, and you can see what my hair looks like after being up in a bun for the last few days. And yeah, it's just pretty weird, wild. I don't know. Okay, so the hair is all wet now. And now I'm gonna use this Curl and Shine shampoo from Shea Moisture, and I use about that much. And then I'm gonna really work this in. Oh, my hair has been sitting there for a while. So I like to shampoo twice, but this is the first time, obviously. And I find with this shampoo, you have to kind of like to get it to lather good, or well, you have to get more water in your hair. And I also have this little tool that helps scrub my scalp, since I do only wash my hair like every 5 days, 4 days. I really need to make sure to get the buildup off of my scalp. And that's why I shampoo twice, to make sure it's nice and clean, and then also get my scalp good. So I only put it on the scalp. It'll just rinse down to the rest of the hair. All right, round 2. So I like to do this when my hair, like I said, is really wet. So usually I'm doing this in the shower, obviously, and not over my tub, but I really work this in. So it lathers a lot better the second time when your hair is a little bit cleaner. Okay, for conditioner, I use the same line of conditioner, the coconut and hibiscus, and this one has a pump, and I pump this multiple times. To be honest, I kind of wish it didn't have a pump, but it might be too thick to, I don't know what it's called, like come out of the pump. So I use a generous amount of conditioner because I'm going to be detangling the hair as well. And getting this all the way through the hair. So I start with just getting it all over, and honestly, I need my hair more wet. If you're having trouble detangling your hair, and your hair is wavy, curly, whatever, it's probably because you don't have either enough conditioner or enough water. My problem at the beginning was not using enough water as well with the product to detangle. And I shed a ton in the shower because I'm not brushing my hair for 5 days or whatever. So you will definitely shed a lot. Okay, make sure to get like the back of your head. And now my hair is pretty much finger detangled. Do you see how it's like kind of forming these little like clusters? That's good, and that started happening once my hair was healthier, and I started doing this more. It starts getting clumps like this instead of being so stringy, which is what you want. That means you have enough water and product, and it's really starting to smooth out, which is great. So I added a little bit more water, and then I'm taking this brush, which is, like I said, really close to a wet brush, and really detangling, and my hair then starts getting a lot of these clumps and clusters, and it looks like little noodles. So now I'm gonna squish to condition, which just means you're gonna scrunch and squish your hair like this. And I kind of just move my hair to both sides, move it around. This is gonna make sure, and I'm not like squeezing my hair, I'm just kind of going like this and getting it nice and absorbed into the hair. I'll flip it over to the other side, and you're not obviously styling it right now, so you can finger detangle again, brush it again, whatever. Okay, so that's probably good for squishing to condition, squish to condition, and then I'll rinse out this conditioner. All right, I just rinsed out the conditioner, and for this step as well, I want my hair literally soaking wet. This is what literally I think transformed my hair, at least, was styling it really damp and making sure that it's really damp when I put conditioner in, or really wet, basically. It's not even damp. Okay, so now I'm going to use this. This is a pain in the butt to get out, to be honest. The packaging kind of sucks. This is the same Manuka Honey line of that Shea Moisture that I have the mask. And this is their leave-in milk. This is great, you guys. But don't use too much. So I literally use that much. Okay, and I'm going to wet my hair again because it's dripping, but it's not soaking wet anymore. Okay, I know it seems so weird to do this soaking wet, but trust me, it is amazing for your hair. So I go front and back, and then I start raking it through. And again, finger detangling. And I shake my head from side to side to make sure I'm getting the whole head. And then brush. And this part is a little tricky because you want to make sure the hair doesn't stick to this part of your head. So you want to, first I brush it all to the front, right? But you can have problems with it sticking to the back of your head here if it's too flat. So then I take it and I push it up and away on the sides, like that. And these bristles are really flexible, so you're probably gonna have to, like, I don't know, reinforce it a little bit. And again, we're just trying to get these little noodles, right? So you want it super smooth. And that'll get you the least amount of frizz, the best clumps, stuff like that. So now, take it and I go lift it off the back of my head. Then I'm gonna put a little bit more water. More water so that, again, it's super slippery. And then I'll even stand up usually, but I don't want to get my shirt all wet, and shake it off my head like this. It's just all about getting these little noodles and figuring out what works best for your hair. I find if my hair is super wet, it works best. Okay, now I'm going to use this Aussie Instant Freeze Gel Maximum Hold. And I use about a teaspoon of that. I just drop some. And then glaze it over. A little bit of finger combing. And then I'll start scrunching. Did I forget to scrunch my leave-in? I think I totally did. Oops. So I usually scrunch my leave-in conditioner as well, like I did the regular conditioner. It helps it, again, absorb really well. But I totally forgot. So now I'm just scrunching with the gel. And you just pick it up and scrunch. And again, I still have quite a bit of water in my hair, but I want that water in my hair still while I am forming this, so I don't get a ton of like frizz and stuff. That is the biggest difference that I've found with completely wet styling versus damp styling, is the amount of frizz that I was getting. I'm adding some more gel, and I like to flip over again and get this part of my hair because the back seems not to get as much. Main thing with this hairstyle is scrunching. Like, there's so much scrunching that is involved, but it doesn't seem like it takes as long as this normally because I'm doing it without talking. I'm in the normal shower, that kind of thing. So, and then what I do is scrunch the water out. And a lot of these techniques I got from I think her name is like on YouTube, this Wavy Courtney or something. She does her hair very similar to this, and we have obviously different hair, but she still has like a wavy texture, so somewhat similar. So this is that perfect hair care towel I was talking about. And what I'm gonna do is lay it on the floor like so, and I'm gonna plop my hair. Okay, hopefully you can see this now. So I just plop my hair into the towel, roll it a little bit, take the top, pull it over, and then twist the sides. Wow, my back hurts really bad. Okay, so all I do, there's a little like tie or something, but I can't ever figure out how to do that. So all I do is take it and tie the two pieces together. You can do this with a t-shirt too, but this perfect hair care towel really eliminates a lot of frizz, like so much frizz. After I shower, I do my skincare, I do like get dressed, lotion my body, do all that kind of stuff with my hair up like this, which to be honest is like a game changer because it's not getting everywhere. Like it's not wet and like touching me and doing all that stuff. So I leave this up here for 10, 15 minutes and then I go to diffuse my hair and do all that kind of stuff. So wow, that was a lot of work, but I hope you guys like actually got the gist of that. And then I'll show you how I diffuse and the finished style and all that kind of stuff. But I'm tired after that, so peace. All right, you guys, it has been way longer, to be honest, than 10-15 minutes, maybe like 25-30 minutes. I had to eat something, so I just left my hair up in this, and we're gonna take it down. And this is what it looks like. So it's definitely pretty like curly. So next thing I do is take the towel, which again, this towel is so great because it's like super smooth, not like a traditional towel, almost like a t-shirt but softer, and absorbs the water really well, but also doesn't cause a frizz. Just take it and squeeze out any excess water. There's not gonna be a ton, but I just scrunch so that when I diffuse, I don't have to dry it for as long. Okay, so I have my hair dryer, which I've had for forever. It's a sexy hair dryer. I don't know. And I got this diffuser off of Amazon when I first was starting this. To be honest, not my favorite diffuser. It's a collapsible diffuser like this, which is great because I could bring it for travel, and that's kind of what I was thinking. Oh, that's a good concept because whatever, I could bring it to travel and then it wouldn't take up a bunch of room. But the problem is it does sometimes like scrunch up when I'm diffusing. But it works. But I'll probably get something else at some point. Usually I start out and I hover diffuse to kind of let the hair cast and I get more of the roots and everything. And then I'll scrunch it in the diffuser as well, you'll see. And when I do that, I turn it on and off whenever I'm touching the hair. So like I'll get all the hair collected while the diffuser and hair dryer is off, and then I'll turn it on for like 20 seconds or whatever. While I'm hover drying, I do it on high hot, and while I'm actually diffusing with like it close to my hair, I do it on high warm. So I hope that helps, and let's get going. This is what I mean by hover diffusing. You literally just kind of hover around the area and help it dry. Okay, so it's been about 7 minutes maybe, and my hair is somewhat dry at the roots, and it has a little bit of a cast on it, which means it's just kind of like hard from the gel, which is good. And I'm going to actually scrunch it now. So the roots are mostly dry, which is what I try and focus on because those take forever to dry on me. So I'm going to flip my head over for a part of it, flip it back for part of it. If I only have it flipped forward, it doesn't look great like when I flip back. So I kind of go back and forth. So I gather all the hair that I want, and I go as close to the root as possible. Okay, so this is what we are looking like after a little over 15 minutes of drying. And I think I'm dry, but I like to wait at like stop the hair dryer, wait for it to cool, and then tell, because I've done it multiple times where it's not dry and I scrunch out the crunch anyway. So what I did was hovered, and I made sure to do more time upright this time, because I feel like sometimes it, like I was talking about, doesn't sit correctly sometimes. Hovered, then I actually put it in the diffuser and dried it, and I do that on high for about like 20 seconds, 30 seconds. And then I did a little bit more hovering, and I'll probably just finish it off by hovering. All right, so I did it for a little longer, and now I'm gonna scrunch out the crunch or the cast that was made by the gel, and then you'll have these really soft curls and they won't feel crunchy or anything. Remember, like when we used to do our hair and it would be like super crunchy? Yeah, not like that. So that's what I'm gonna do. I usually take my towel and grab the driest area of it and scrunch with that, just to prevent frizz from doing it with my hands. So I'm gonna try it this time standing more straight up versus flipping my head over, but we'll see. So literally all you do is scrunch just like you do any other time to get that cast off, but you still get the holding properties of the gel. This is the finished hair. I am almost positive this is my best wash day. Like, it looks so good. I am so excited. Luna, that's Luna. I'm gonna put up on the screen for you guys let's put it over here where Luna is. My comparison of when I first did this whole thing was like straight, I swear. It only had a tiny bit of curl to it. Look at this. Look at this side. I'll show you the back. Like, this is the area that I was talking about that's always really curly. And then, I'm so excited. And then the side. Wow. I'm so pumped. Okay, so that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions, please leave them for me in the comments. I will try and link all the videos or some of the videos that I reference when it comes to my hair and when I was like learning about the curly girl method and all that kind of stuff. Any resources will be linked for you guys. I'm gonna make a blog post about this, and so there'll be, like I always do basically for every video, and it'll have links to everything mentioned. I'll try to write out the steps and everything, and then also link any videos that were very helpful for me in my journey. I think the main thing is you just need to take care of your hair, make it super healthy and moisturized and everything like that, and then also give it time, because that's the main thing when you're trying to revive your hair. But I'm so excited, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Bye.